Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be recapping Smackdown that happened last night. Kind of late, but had a busy day today. So Smackdown started with the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a 6-man tag. And of course, this is a Triple H booking. Obviously, you would look at this as Triple H booking, which it definitely was after we found out that Vince was not there last night. Thank God for that. But the match was a very hot open in the SmackDown. The Brawling Brutes one, which I was not expecting, admittedly, after WrestleMania. But they ended up winning. And honestly, I have no idea when maybe Butch will switch to Pete Dunne again. There's been that rumor by so many people over the last couple of weeks that Pete Dunne is expected to be back soon. The name Butch is expected to be changed. I guess it's like a wait and see kind of game, but that match was a great opening. And the more I think about it, the more I'm really happy that the Brawling Brutes won. It creates more intrigue on what's going to happen next in the overall story. It just seems like a very long-term rivalry being played out between the Brutes and Imperium. Then we got this, a very interesting segment backstage. Paul Heyman was talking to Solo, and then Jay came over, and apparently Jimmy wasn't there last night, which he wasn't. And that really threw off Jay. And Paul Heyman basically was plotting with Solo without Jay's knowledge. And this led a lot of people to speculate on wrestling Twitter and stuff about potentially a turn. I just think they'll save a turn for a major event, not just a SmackDown. That's just my opinion about it. But this was a very interesting moment, and once again, just absolutely hooked with this story, man, and I loved it. After that, we got Ricochet versus Ivar. Nothing really special. This was definitely a showcase for Ricochet more than anything. He almost picked up Ivar off the ground. But Ricochet won. I think we all expected that. Nothing different. The big thing for me is I think Ricochet would benefit. We need to see a Ricochet push eventually. Now, I'm one of those guys that believe that Ricochet deserves to be pushed. Obviously, he is in a tag team with Braun, who was not there tonight, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm one of those guys behind push Ricochet, most definitely. Then we got a Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens segment. Now, this was very interesting because it starts out all great. They have the tag team titles, and then all of a sudden, Sammy wants to talk with Jey Uso later on in the show, and Kevin doesn't like that, and it's pretty obvious that Kevin has the right sense of mind. He's like, why you want to talk with the people that we beat in the main event at WrestleMania? And Sammy is not going to be denied. He's going to go talk to Jay later on in the show. But before that happens, we have Liv and Raquel versus Natalya and Shanti. And there was only one winner in this match, and that was going to be Liv Morgan and Raquel. Give them a match before their Raw tag team, or the women's tag team title match on Monday. Give them some momentum before that. And nothing really to say here, just some momentum to be built by Liv and Raquel. Then we got to the juicy stuff of SmackDown. The Triple H announcement, which I was definitely going to say is nothing, but it wasn't nothing. It was the WWE draft announcement, and apparently it's supposed to take place within the next 2 weeks. I'm guessing that it will take place in 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm very excited about this because we haven't had a draft in years. And I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. I think that there's just so much. I'll make a whole separate video regarding the draft, but I'm just happy that it was announced. We heard nothing about a draft at all. And then Triple H is like, you know what? There is a draft going on. Here you go. Then after that, we saw Triple H walk away after his draft announcement and greeted Rhea at the stage. Great photo here of Rhea and Triple H at the stage. I mean, you love to see that. Then we got a Ray versus Dom, or no, Ray and Santos, excuse me, versus Dom and Priest. Dom and Priest ended up winning. I don't know why. I don't have a photo of that. But then we got the announcement of Shinsuke Nakamura returning. Absolutely awesome to see. I love it. He's one of the best in the WWE. Can't wait to see Nakamura back. I'm assuming it's gonna be versus maybe a member of Hit Row or something like that. I don't know, but great to see Shinsuke back, and I'm hoping that he quickly gets elevated. I'm very interested to see if Shinsuke stays on SmackDown or goes to Raw during the draft. Then we got more cinema. Sammy went to go talk with Jay backstage, and as you may have guessed, things didn't go really smoothly. Um, all chaos broke loose after Sammy was trying to reason with Jay to get out of the bloodline. Solo attacked Kevin Owens, hurt Kevin Owens' leg, so KO can't go out with Sammy. Jay's just standing there. He's emotionless. And Paul Heyman's hiding in the corner. Sammy is extra motivated now to face Jay. This is just great. I mean, this image really just capsulates it all. And then we got Sammy versus Jay, which was a great main event. I loved it. I really loved the main event. Sammy versus Jay both killed it. We knew it was going to be a great match. And Jay ended up winning, which I really like. I really like that they had Jay win. Main event Jay Uso can't lose in the main event. So he didn't. And Sammy lost. Maybe they use this as something to get back at the tag team titles, because, you know, who knows? I think eventually we'll see the Usos versus Sammy and KO down the line, maybe even as soon as Backlash. But the match wasn't even the most interesting part. It was this. Solo, after the match, was going to beat down Sammy, and Jay, as Solo went for the Samoan Spike, Jay said, hell no, and for the second time, he stopped the Samoan Spike, and that led to this stare down right here. And we got swerved again. Of course we did. Good old Papa H swerving us. Yeah, Jay kicked Sammy in the face, and right before Sammy was going to get destroyed even more, we got Matt Riddle, who wants revenge on Solo. That's what this is all about. And I don't mind Matt Riddle. I mean, he's not the best. I mean, obviously, I don't want him in the main event scene too much. That's just my opinion. But it makes sense for Matt Riddle to come out and get revenge on Solo. So overall, I thought the main event of SmackDown was really great, and it'll be very interesting to see how Matt Riddle ties into all of this. But overall, the SmackDown was great. Top to bottom, it was great. I really enjoyed it. Way better than Raw. I mean, that's not really a tough achievement, but, you know, I'll take what we can get. And hopefully, those people at Endeavor realize sooner than later that it's time for Vince to not be traveling the shows and being on creative. Just stick to your raking up your money in your little office buildings and just do that. Don't get involved in creative, please, Vince. With that being said, that is it for this video, and I'll see you all on the next one.